Welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. Today we are looking at Mick'S wildcard. That's right, I hit the button on the international break. I did it again. Yay me, hooray. I didn't want to do it. It took me like a week to realize that I needed to do it. And you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about it, Joff. What do you think of my wildcard? You've got my wildcard team in front of you right now. What are your initial thoughts? That's what I want. What are your first thoughts?
You know, I want to take these people through the roller coaster of my initial thoughts of all of a sudden from the last week's videos, you were like, nah, man, my team's good. Your team's shit, Joff. You got 4 premiums, you're shit. All of a sudden, this.
I like to live life day by day, you know. And at that time, I was in a moment at that time, and I moved on from that moment, and now I'm in this moment, and this moment is wildcard time, baby. That's where I'm at.
I just find it fun. I'm happy because you've copied my strategy. It's cool, man. Like no defense. That's cheap job strategy, but hey, it's good, man. I mean, I like when there's the bigger players, the better for me. That's why I play it as well. So yeah, not bad. I'm looking at your team right now. Yeah, initial thoughts. Yeah, I mean, you know, the defense is nearly the same as my defense. You got some proven players in the midfield and up front. So well done.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I've opted to go very, very slim at the back. Something that obviously we both used to do back in the day. And I've slowly gone away from that the last few seasons. But this season, I started with a very, very strong backline. Obviously, I had Robertson. I had Laporte until his injury. I had Digne as well. And they've done okay, but not as big as what I expected from them after 4 game weeks, you know. So I kind of took stock over this international break. Obviously, I've had probably a little bit too much time to think about it. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to blow up that bag of dicks of a defense, and I'm just going to put all my money, all my chips up front. So, you know, I mean, if you look at that front 7, yeah, that front 7 is what, like, my only toss-up was literally either having Aubameyang and Mount or having Abraham and Pepe. So I've gone for the proven Aubameyang instead of Pepe in this instance. Even though I rate Abraham over Mount at the moment, obviously Abraham's form, he's starting every game. But I can see Mount doing some business though. Mount is he's pulling in the 90 minutes every week. He's played every minute available so far for Chelsea. So I can see him racking up the points. So anyway, let's go into this team job. Let's dive into it. All right. Obviously we've got Adrian in goal. We don't really need to talk much about that. He is he's there for the time being. While Allison's out, so Adrian's in there. So basically he's my premium goalkeeper because he is playing for a premium team, even though. Yeah, he's not the best of goalkeepers, let's be honest.
Yeah, he's all right. Does the job. He does the business. But, I mean, we still don't know how long Adrian's got left in there until Alisson get back. So we'll see what happens, yeah.
That's it. But for the time being, he's such a cheap route into the Liverpool defence. You know, I'll be silly not to have him in my wildcard squad. So he's going to be there, my just set and forget goalkeeper in defence, in goal. And then in defence, I've gone very, very cheap. Now, the way I've structured this defensive lineup is basically I've gone for fixtures. I've gone heavy fixtures. Burnley's fixtures over the next 10 are amazing. I can basically play Lowton and Peters, who play left and right back for Burnley, every week, basically. For an exception, maybe at home in game week 10 to Chelsea, I may play one of them, and the other 3 players will rotate. But realistically, I can play Lowton and Peters every week, and they've got a good chance of getting clean sheets. I mean, I'll run you through their fixtures, just so you know what I'm talking about, right? So we've got Brighton away, Norwich at home. Norwich at home, I know, is probably a bit difficult. That Norwich do like to score goals. Villa away, Everton at home, Leicester away. Then game week 10 comes along, Chelsea at home. It is at home, but it is still Chelsea. Chelsea, we're all right. Sheffield away, West Ham at home, Watford away, Crystal Palace at home. So that stretch of fixtures is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's a great little patch of fixtures. It is that fixture change where, okay, you're jumping on, it's like the start of the season where you always look at the fixtures and you say, okay, I'm going to jump on certain players and certain teams for their fixture run, whatever. But now we kind of know the teams how they're playing. We know which players are playing. So that's why I've thought to do this. What do you think of my Burnley strategy, mate?
I mean, I don't know if it's your Burnley strategy because at the start of the season I said that what's his name, Mr. Sean Dyche there. Without Europa League, Burnley's going to be staunch at the back, and they've started the season with some great statistics defensively. They haven't conceded many goals and they haven't conceded many shots. I think they've conceded the least big chances, or one of the least big chances in the game. So it's something that obviously a lot of people are looking at, and that's basically. I'm most likely going to bring in Lowton either this week or next week to double up Burnley as well, and then obviously Pope, or Pope obviously whenever Adrian kind of buggers off. But I think Burnley at the back. Why not, man? Why not? It's such a cheap route. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, say just I'm thinking. Yeah. I haven't lost my marbles just yet. So. And then, so I've gone for my 4.5. I needed a 4.5 in there. Someone that's playing for a team that should really challenge for the top 6 this season, especially with this state of Chelsea, United, and even Spurs. It's Leicester. It's this Soyuncu. Soyuncu's in there. You brought him in, obviously, and I've jumped on board. Why not? I mean, they haven't kept many clean sheets, but at the same time, they're going to. If they're going to challenge for the top 6, they're going to have to be a bit tighter at the back.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. No, he's an amazing enabler to that. 4.5 for Leicester defenders. It's a steal. So, and he's actually, I've done a bit of research. He scores headers as well. So, see what happens with him.
Yeah. And then finishing it off, I've gone for Gilbert. Now he's started left back for Villa the last 2 games. They've kept it clean in one of them. And he's looked very attacking. His stats are decent for a 4.4 defender, which is what I needed. I couldn't spend 4.5, unfortunately, so I had to get a 4.4. And I was tossing up between Gilbert and Firmino. Now, Kiko Firmino plays at Watford. He's had the for the 4.5 category, he's up there with crosses, with chances. His stats are great attacking wise, but I just can't trust the Watford defense. I mean, they've sacked. They've sacked Yavi. They've got in Kike. So I may regret this, but at the moment I'm leaning towards Aston Villa and Gilbert simply because their fixtures are a lot nicer than Watford's. I mean, Kike is going to be lucky to keep his job with the next 5. Have you seen their fixtures?
Nah.
They're tough, mate. They're very tough. they are one of the worst in the league. Like, let's have a look here. Arsenal, City, Wolves, Sheffield, Tottenham, Bournemouth, Chelsea. They're going to cop some goals. So, I'm not going to be playing Kiko, even though his attacking stats are good. So I've gone for Gilbert. He's had 3 shots. Which is not too bad. It's up there with the 4.5 million defenders. So I've opted for him. And then obviously we've got Lucky Lundstrom in there. Can't forget about Lucky Lundstrom. He'll be playing most of his home games. I'm going to play him this week, definitely at Southampton at home.
Yeah, for sure.
So that way, what I've done here, I know it's completely against so much that you see on Twitter, you see on Instagram. People need these premium defenders, and for me, I thought for the longest time that I needed premium defenders too. But this is just a rotation strategy, trying to pick up clean sheets, hopefully the odd attacking return, but I'm not expecting much from that. It's 3 defenders. If I can get 6 to 12 points out of my defensive lineup each week, I'm happy.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, it's like I said, man, that's a vintage game. But we'll move to the midfield anyway.
Moving on to the midfield, I mean, it's pretty much your status quo here. Salah, Sterling, De Bruyne, these 3 are going to stay in my team all season. There will be no reason for me to ever get rid of any of these guys. It was the same kind of feeling that I have with Laporte. I would have kept Laporte all season, but the Laporte injury really shook me. It really shook me deep.
Man.
It really did, man. It made me blow up my whole defense because I'm like, I can put it on to Mendy, sure, but at the same time, can we trust the City defense? I don't know. So I've got the 3 stalwarts in there. I've got Hayden as my 4.5 enabler. His stats are better than Dendonker's, so I've got him in there. Picked up an assist in the last game as well, but he will never play unless obviously one of my guys gets injured or rested or whatever. And then we've got Mason Mount in there, top of the shots in midfield. So you can't go past Mason Mount. He's looking the goods. He's a young gun. I think he's a set and forget. For the time being, at Chelsea, 6.3, playing on the left or even behind the striker. He's a really good player, I reckon, this season. Moving on to the forward line, obviously you can see Barnes is in there. The Barnes is in there simply for the fixtures. His fixtures are amazing, so he's had a great start to the season. I know he hasn't had the best of seasons the last few, but like we said before, maybe this is Ashley Barnes' season. So I'm gonna go with that. He's in there. I'm gonna give him a shot, give him a bounce, and see what happens with him. Pukki's in there as well. Obviously, we've spoken about Pukki at length. He looks to be a season keeper. He'll continue to do what he's doing. He'll probably score against City on the weekend. Let's be honest, the guy is capable.
No. He scored against Italy. It was a penalty, but he scored in the international break twice. But I think both penalties actually. He's still scoring.
And then my bright and shiny new toy there, Aubameyang up front. I would have liked to have another Arsenal player. I know Arsenal, it's a tough one to swallow. I don't really back Arsenal too much. I still don't trust Emery. I don't think anyone does. You don't trust Emery, Joff? No.
You can never trust Emery. He's proven to us that we can't trust him.
That's the thing. But Aubameyang is proven FPL quality, so I thought I'm going to jump on this guy. Their fixture swing is amazing as well. I'll run you through them real quick. So we've got Watford away, Villa at home, United away, Bournemouth at home, Sheffield away, Palace at home, Wolves at home, Leicester away, Southampton at home, Norwich away. So that stretch of 10 fixtures is another just amazing stretch of fixtures. So I thought, why not bring in Aubameyang? Just stick him in there. I'm guaranteed returns from this guy. Golden Boot winner last season. And I'm hoping this squad here lifts me up the ranks.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, look, it's like I said, it's definitely it's a risk what you've done at the back there, like especially for how you've always played it, because I don't want you to get frustrated with yourself because what you've just done. But no, man, I like it, man. I'm all for the premiums. It just depends on where there's value, all that kind of stuff, and. Yeah, as if anyone seen my team lately, it's somewhat similar in respect to a bit of a shite defense, and then just premiums galore. So it works. As long as you got value picks as those cheapies, it works.
Yeah, well that's it, mate. Well, that's my wildcard team. It's pretty much done. I'm not sure I'm going to change it much unless there is some sort of international injury or whatever comes up before the deadline on the weekend. So. Yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching, guys. Thank you for joining me, Joffy, for my wildcard team. I hope you've enjoyed the reveal today of the big team out there.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to know your team. Good to see what's going on.
But yeah, join us very soon. We'll be doing our quickfire preview in the next couple of days, so make sure you come back for that. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that subscribe, give us a like, and we'll see you guys real soon. And as we always say at FPL Take the Hit, always remember to stay positive.
Keep chasing them green arrows, guys.
Thanks, guys.